Good morning and welcome to today's ride. Let's see if I can do this without getting too stupid. Today is the first day I've been back on the bike for about 10 days. And the reason why I've spent so long off the bike recently is because, would you believe, I've had flu yet again. And obviously when you've been off the bike for that long, for that reason, it's not a good idea to jump straight back on it and push yourself too hard too soon. But as you can see, the weather today is absolutely fantastic and it's very hard not to. The plan today is to go out and do a very easy, very gentle 20-kilometer ride, just to get my legs moving, just to start the lungs working again, and yep, to enjoy the weather. Let's see if I can control myself. Now, before I go any further, I've just got one minor piece of housekeeping to attend to. Over the last couple of months or so, I've been working with AliExpress to promote their Cashback challenge. And what that means for you is that you're going to get some incredible deals. And it works like this. So the first thing you need to do is join my team. And you can do that by clicking on the link in the description below and then downloading the AliExpress app. And then all you need to do is open it up and search for this keyword. Or alternatively, you can just simply scan the QR code that's on the screen right now. And then when you start shopping, you will immediately receive 2% cash back on all of your purchases. And all of your subsequent purchases will start earning points for yourself and the team. And essentially, the more points the team has, the more cash back it's going to earn. And that's up to a maximum of 10% or £500. Now, AliExpress has some absolutely fantastic gear for us cyclists. So obviously it's got things like cycle clothing and cycling computers, but it also has items like this smartwatch from IGP Sport that will not only record your heart rate and your GPS track, but it will also upload your ride, your run, or whatever directly to Strava. And if that's not enough, I'll also include some extra discount codes in the description below because, well, who doesn't love a bargain? Now, I don't know about you, but I think it's a little bit unusual to come down with flu at this time of the year. And the reason I think it happened was because a couple of weeks earlier, I was out in Mallorca and I was pushing myself fairly hard on those rides. And obviously that then weakened my immune system. And I then jumped on a plane and flew back to the UK. And I don't know if you know it or not, but planes are notorious for things like that, just getting infections, getting flu and things like that. So yeah, I came down with flu and it actually hit me quite hard. It was hard enough for me to miss the Isle of Wight Randonnée. But now that I am back on the bike, the plan is to build my fitness back up again a little bit at a time and just try and be nice and sensible. If you jump back on the bike after being ill and push yourself too hard too soon, all you do is run the risk of just making yourself ill all over again. And that is the last thing I want at this stage of the year. So today's ride is just going to be nice and easy. The first half is my standard kind of Southwark route, but I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm going to kind of cut it short in the middle and cut out all of the hill climbs. So it's as flat as I can make it around here. Plus, I'm also going to be pedaling fairly sensibly, so 80 revs per minute, and trying to keep my heart rate strictly under 75 beats per minute. So just out, nice easy ride, enjoying it and just having a bit of fun. Now, as sod's law would have it, when I was laying in bed coughing and sneezing and feeling sorry for myself, the weather outside was absolutely fantastic. And I was just itching to go out and enjoy it, which is why today it's very tempting to just go a bit mad and push it a bit, but I really do have to be sensible and rein it in and just stick to my 20 kilometer target, because yeah, being sensible now means I'll be able to ride a lot further a lot sooner. When I turned down this road a few minutes ago, I was stopped by a very nice lady who warned me that it was closed and it might actually be dangerous to go through on a bike, but I'm a bloke, so I ignored her. All right, can I get through on a bike? Oh, thank you. Oh. There you go, mate. Thank you. No worries. Well, there we go. All through safe and sound. When I was actually out in Mallorca, I did notice something a little bit unusual with my breathing. Basically, I was kind of out of breath pretty much all the time, regardless of how hard I was pushing myself on the bike. Now, on reflection, this could be a sign, or this could have been a sign, that there was something not quite right that was going to lead to me having flu, because today, now I'm doing my first ride, my breathing's all back to normal. I'm doing some nice deep diaphragm breathing and I don't feel out of breath or uncomfortable or anything. So there we go, that's today's ride done and dusted. And by the time I get home, that's 25 kilometers in the bank of fitness. So a little bit above my target distance, but the pace was more or less exactly where I wanted it to be. I went over 75 a couple of times, but I didn't go anything over 80% of my maximum heart rate. All in all, a very enjoyable ride today. Really glad I got out, enjoyed the sun, and just made the most of it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.